I don't know about you, but I love me a good Empties haul, and this is gonna be a good one. Every quarter, I do an Empties haul. Been doing it on my TikTok, but I wanted to bring it over here to my YouTube. Welcome to Empties. I have a lot. I actually ended up going through so much over this last 3 months. There's some products that I didn't expect to finish off, and then there's some that I was like, it was on my goals to finish it off. The first thing I'm gonna grab is my Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. This is my absolute favorite brush cleaner. I use it all of the time. I also finished off not really finished, but I refilled my micellar water pump container that I have. So I just have the empty one that I use to refill it because I like having the pump and I didn't want to get rid of it and just use the like top cap like this. So I just buy refills and pour it into there. This is my favorite micellar water. It is the Bioderma Sensebo H2O. It works great. If you've been looking for a good micellar water, try this one. It's the pink cap. So good. This was one of my goal products for last quarter. It is the Ulta Beauty Milky Toner with hyaluronic acid. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't a favorite. Like, I much prefer the Bioma Milky Toner. I probably won't get it again just because I do have at least one that I liked more than it, but it wasn't awful. It wasn't bad. I have a hair mask I finished off. This is the Dove 10-in-1 Bond Strength Serum Mask. I really liked this. I really liked, you only leave it in for 1 minute. Most masks, it's like 5 to 10 minutes. So I really liked the length of time that you left this one in. I really liked the things that it did to my hair. I do want to get it again and put it back into my shower because I really have missed having it. I just haven't yet. I haven't been somewhere that's sold it and thought about it because I just haven't put it on like a shopping list or anything like that. So I have one of the big 6-ounce bottles of the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I thought that I was enjoying this setting spray, and then I got it in the bigger bottle because I had like one of the teeny tiny ones. And I actually realized I didn't love it as much as I thought I did. I don't feel like it worked as well as I thought it did when I had the smaller version. And so I'm just gonna stick to my Scandinavia. It was the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. This spray was like $32 to $36 or something like that for the 4 ounces. And I can get the Scandinavia in an 8-ounce bottle for the exact same price as this one. And it's the same formula. I haven't tried the new formula yet. I honestly don't care to try the new formula yet. I'm just going to stick with purchasing my Scandinavia because I know I like it. I know it works for me. And so I'm not going to be repurchasing either of these just because they've changed the formula of this one. And this one, I realized I didn't like it as much as I thought I did. This one is a little bit random, but I am decluttering a makeup brush out of my collection. I got this years ago in like a makeup kit from TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something like that. It was like a bronzer, highlighter, blush, under eye powder or something like that. So this was like supposed to be the brush that you used for all of it. I just never use this brush because it is two-sided. I don't really like double-sided brushes, but also this end here is not an end, like it's not a shape that I like for anywhere on my face, but also it's not as soft as a lot of my other brushes. So when I go to use it, it's actually like a little bit prickly on my skin. I also finished off the Bumble and Bumble BB Curl Reactivator Spray. I love this reactivator spray. I think it works so well. It is just so expensive. And my curls right now are really not in the greatest shape that they could be. Like, I have like 3 different reactivator products in my drawer right now. So this one was the lowest. And so I'm like, let's get it out of there. And then we can just focus on these other ones that I have. While this is a favorite, I'm probably not going to repurchase it for a while, just until my hair gets a little bit healthier. This is a makeup. It is the Emco Beauty Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder. It is gone. I had the shade one light, but like there is absolutely nothing. I probably will not repurchase this, even though I enjoyed it, because as soon as I hit pan, I lost probably half of the product that was left down my drain because I hit pan and I would go to use it and some would break off right into my sink. And so I'm like, I lost probably half the product down my drain. I probably won't get it just because of that. And it could have just been like a bad pressing of mine, but I have other pressed powders that I like just as much, if not more. This one is a hairspray. I actually kind of forgot that I had owned this at one point in time. It is the Monday Sleek Hold Hairspray. I mean, it was fine. I don't think it was bad or anything like that. A hairspray is a hairspray is a hairspray to me. I bought it because it was cheap and I needed a hairspray. Will I repurchase it? Maybe Again, if it's cheap and I just need a hairspray, I might. I don't know. But I've been trying to not use like heat and stuff like that on my hair. This is one that I did have as a goal to finish off in Q3 this last quarter, because I have been trying to finish this off since either shortly before we moved back up here to Utah from Arizona or shortly after, which was in 2021. And it is the Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer. It's a decent eye primer. It's not bad. I'm glad to have it out of my collection. I might get it again if, you know, I'm on their site to purchase and I'm like, oh, I just need a few dollars to get like that free shipping. It is one that I would probably get it again, just in like that sort of case, but I don't know that I would go out of my way and like go to their website to reorder it. This is another powder that I finished, and this is the Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass Powder. This was in the shade, their translucent shade. I loved this powder, and I actually have that white powder that I also am working my way through. My biggest problem is when it got to the point of me wanting to take the sifter out because there was such little product left. The sifter was literally glued into place. And so I couldn't just pull it out like I would with most of my like loose powders that I want to do that with. And so that was kind of a bummer. I actually ended up breaking a pair of tweezers trying to get it out because I had got them down in between like the edge right here. Yeah, this is actually right where it happened, but I had got them down between the edge of the sifter and like the edge of the case, the container. And I was trying to like lift up because I just thought it was like wedged in there really tightly. I didn't realize it was glued until later. And the tip of my tweezers broke off. I learned for when I'm done getting to that point with that white powder, not to do that and not to break my tweezers. So I also finished a blush. This one, it's the Ofra and Samantha Marc Chick-Lit Blush Duo. There is nothing left in there. I will be repurchasing this. I loved this blush. I thought it was a really great, like, natural looking blush on my skin tone, but I could build it up to be like a little bit deeper or darker if I needed it to be. And Samantha Marc is one of my favorite influencers that I follow, or I have followed her for years. And that was one of my goals for this last quarter, was to specifically finish that blush because I was so close to finishing it. This is the Kristen S leave-in conditioner. I did not enjoy it, and I've just kind of given up on the brand as a whole because I just have not ever tried anything from the brand that I have enjoyed. Not going to be a repurchase for me. This one is really random. I finally got me a new pencil sharpener because mine is so old. Like, this is clearly the Ulta Beauty one, but this is how old it is. They haven't even sold the ones that look like this in probably 2 to 3 years at this point, but it just isn't sharpening like it used to. And so it was being a little bit harder to sharpen my pencils. And so they're cheap. So I just bit the bullet and I bought me a new one. And so I just am getting rid of this one. This is another hair product. It is the Briogeo Farewell Frizz Blow Dry Perfection and Heat Protectant Cream. I did like this product. I didn't hate it or anything like that. I'm not really using a ton of heat on my hair. I felt like it made my hair really soft, but I can only use this out of the shower for blow drying my hair, and I have other heat protectants that I can use for that, or I can use them with dry hair. I'm gonna go with the one that's like multi-use. While I did like it, it's not gonna be a repurchase for me. And then another hair product I finished is the Olaplex No. 9 Bond Protector Nourishing Hair Serum. When I finished this, I thought I actually had more left than I did. And so I was a little bit shocked that I had finished this. Like, I was happy that I finished it because this is one that I also have been working to get it out of my collection. It was fine. So I won't be repurchasing just because I don't feel like I need Olaplex right now. I have K18 and I like it a lot more. This is the Prequel Universal Skin Solution Dermal Spray. So it's their hypochlorous spray. It was a fine hypochlorous spray. I like the packaging a lot. This was the first Prequel product I've tried. Maybe the second, because I'm pretty sure I'm using their oil cleanser right now and I don't remember which one I got first. I probably won't repurchase it just because it is a little bit on the more expensive side, and I do have some that are a little bit cheaper that I like. This is a declutter from my collection, and it's the Grande Mascara. I had this in my Weekly Wednesday series, and I didn't like it. I didn't like what it did to my lashes. I felt like it did absolutely nothing to my lashes, and if I tried to wear it for longer than an hour, it was smudging clear down my face. Even if I would put this on and then top it with a different mascara, still smudging everywhere. It just needed to go because I was never going to use it again after that week. On a different note, I also finished my Rare Beauty mascara, and this one is a favorite. I love this mascara, so it is going to be getting repurchased during the Sephora sales. I can tell that the formula is a little bit drier, and also my eyes. I call it my makeup superpower. When my mascaras go expired, my eyes will tell me immediately. Like, I will use a mascara one day and then be perfectly fine, and then I will use it the next day, and my eyes will not be able to handle it. And if I do the exact same makeup look, no steps changed, no products changed, my eyes will be watering if my mascara is expired. That is what happened with my Rare Beauty, is that my eyes just started to have reactions to it. And so I had to say goodbye to it. I have 3 sunscreens. 2 of them are my Bliss Block Star. So this is what the packaging used to be. This is what it used to look like. They changed it to this, but I also think they changed the formula at the same time, because I just feel like it's just not quite as tinted as it was before. And maybe it's just me being crazy. So here they are on the tips of my fingers. Okay. This one is the old formula. This one is the new formula, the one on my pinky. So if you can see, this one is the old formula. This one is the new formula. So the old one is just a little bit more pigmented than the new one. I don't know if that's the only thing that's changed, is just them changing the pigmentation, but I just feel like it's changed just enough that I don't love it as much as I used to. I don't feel like it makes my skin feel as like almost like soft or velvety as it did before. And so I'm so sad about it, but I still haven't found a sunscreen that I like as much as this one, even with the changes that they made to it with the new packaging. I will keep repurchasing it for now until I find one that I like better. I do have my 3rd sunscreen that's in here is from Sephora. It is the Sephora brand SPF 30 Zinc Oxide sunscreen. So this one is just a white sunscreen. It's not a tinted mineral. Didn't love this one. I felt like this one on my super pale skin gave me a white cast. Like, I felt like it made me look paler than I really truly was. So it's a no for me, dog. Like, I'm already pale. I already can't be outside for more than about 15 to 20 minutes without burning, even with sunscreen on. I don't need a sunscreen to make me look more pale. It's just gonna be a no for me. But it's a shampoo and conditioner. I've had these for a couple of years. I think I got these in like 2022 or 2023. It is from Sadie B. I really loved the smell of them. The smell of these was so great, but I did feel like my hair got pretty oily pretty quickly after I finished, like if I used these. Okay, this one was one of my surprise ones that I was not planning on this happening. And then I went to go use this product like last week and it was gone, and so I had to go emergency buy a new one that night so that I had it for the next day. But it is the NYX Blade and Shade Brow Pencil. I was getting ready and went to go do my brows and nothing was coming up, so I literally sat here like scraping through my eyebrows with this spoolie to try and get enough off to do something to my brows to make them match the rest of my face. Okay, this was another Weekly Wednesday product. It's also another brow product, and it's the Lawless brow pencil, their Shape Up Soft Fill brow pencil. I did not like this. The one thing that I realized the most, once I stopped trying to use the spoolie that is in it, I liked it a lot more. This spoolie is too soft for the product, I feel like, to like spread it like good and evenly. I don't like the shape of it. I feel like it's too thick for me to be able to make my brows look nice with. I just didn't really enjoy this one, so I will not be repurchasing this. So I'm actually decluttering 2 more brushes. This one is like a double-sided brush that came in the like makeup kit thing that my daughter got me for Christmas this last year. I will never use this. As I said earlier, it's double-sided. And then the other one is this one from e.l.f. and it's the e.l.f. Stipple Brush. I've had this brush, I think, since back when e.l.f. still sold all of their makeup for $1, $3, or $5, because they definitely don't have those prices now. So the last hair care product I have is I got a mini of the Vegamore Grow dry shampoo. It was a decent dry shampoo. I didn't hate it. I liked what it did to my hair. I just like the Frenchie dry shampoo more. So once I'm done with my current one that I'm using, I'm just gonna go back and purchase the Frenchie dry shampoo. Then we've got the Orly Argan Oil Cuticle Drops. So there's actually still quite a bit of product in this. I just can't get it out. Like this dropper, I can't get the dropper to get down low enough to be able to get it out. Like I've tried taking it like this and tipping it on its side, but then it like gets spread out too far. I got tired of fighting with it. I have other cuticle oils that I like, not necessarily better, but that are just easier to use because it's not a dropper bottle like this. So I will probably never buy a cuticle oil like this again. I will probably only ever buy the little like click pen cuticle oils because that's what I have right now. And I love it in that format because it makes it so much easier to use. And then I finished off my CosRX Snail Mucin. This was one of my things that I wanted to finish this quarter. I might finish my current one by the end of this next quarter because it's actually a smaller bottle than this one. I enjoy it enough that I bought another one during the 21 Days of Beauty sale, the last sale, because I thought I was going to finish this one really quickly between, and I didn't. And then the only reason I didn't purchase another one during this 21 Days of Beauty sale is because I want to try the Bioma Phyto Glow serum or something like that. So that was really the only reason, is because I want to try that one next. And I also have the Bioma Moisturizing Rich Cream. This is my favorite daytime moisturizer that I have found in a long time. I feel like it's not quite moisturizing for my skin at night, but it's perfect for my skin during the day. So it is my favorite daytime moisturizer. I will probably finish another bottle of this next quarter. I think I'm going through one about every 3 months, honestly. That's how much I love it. I also, these were just samples I got. One of them I do want to get in at least a mini to test out rather than the sample size. And that is the Rhode Glazing Milk. I forgot I had gotten this actually. And yeah, I want to try a mini because I don't even remember trying that. Like, I remember getting it and I do remember trying it. I just don't remember what I felt about it because it was just a one-use thing. And then the other one is the InnBeauty Project Extreme Cream Firming and Lifting Moisturizer. Again, I don't remember what I thought of it. So maybe I'll just have to get minis of both of these if that's available from Sephora during the Sephora sale to test out. This is the Vitamask Sugar Cookie Lip Mask. I do really enjoy the Vitamask lip masks. They're cheap. They're like $3 or $4 and it will last you months. But this one is a little different than the original one I had tried from them. And my biggest complaint with the original one that I tried from them is that it smelled and tasted like plastic. It did wonders for my lips, but the smell and the taste of it just was not it. But this one I really liked. I just have a bunch of lip balms right now and lip masks that I'm working my way through, or else I would have repurchased this already. I've got 2 liquid lipsticks that I'm decluttering. Okay, one of them it's because I want to, because it's not a shade I ever wear. Okay, and I'm gonna show this and people are gonna be like, yes, why did you think you would ever wear this shade? And I did wear it a couple of times during the summer when I was self-tanned. Okay, and I thought it was fun and I thought it was pretty. But like, I think I really did only ever wear it like maybe 3 times total. It is Ofra Cosmetics liquid lipstick. This is the shade Spell. It's like a neon. So now that I'm like looking back, I'm like, yeah, I don't know why I thought I would ever wear that. It's fine. I was in my experimental stage. It's okay. And then this one actually is a favorite of mine. And so when I do a repurchase of my Samantha March collab items, I will probably add this into it because it was a favorite. But this one, like, I put it on my lips to wear it one day. My lips immediately started to burn and it's a liquid lipstick. So I'm like, okay, it's expired. It just needs to go away. And it made me so sad, but it's in the shade Manila. And it's just like this beautiful, like nude. I don't know. It's so pretty. And like, it's one of my favorite shades. Both of those are out of my collection now. And only one of them I'm actually really sad about. The other one, I just think it's absolutely hilarious. I thought I would wear that. This was also a forced declutter. It is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid eyeliner. I actually really liked this liquid eyeliner, but something happened to where the like cap just like would pop off or not stay on tight. Let's see if I can get it. The cap shouldn't do that. A flick should not make the cap pop off. And so it dried out really badly. Like, I was trying to keep it stored upside down with like pressure on it to keep the cap onto it, and it still dried out. When they say breakup proof, funeral proof, cry proof, whatever you want to call it, yes. This is one I thought I would get my face cleansed so well at night whenever I wore this. Almost every single time I had to go back in after washing my face, double cleansing my face using an oil cleanser and then my face wash with my cellar water on a cotton pad to get the eyeliner off because it did not move. It is a great eyeliner, works really well. The cap just, I don't know what happened. I pulled it out to use it one day and the cap kept popping off and I was able to use it for maybe about a week before it just, this is what happened. And I would have repurchased it by now, except for right before this happened, I got the InnBeauty has, and that's why it is gone. About a week before like I found this one, being stupid, I got one from InnBeauty because it had the like winged liner stamp on one end. And so I was like, oh, I'll use that. And then I'll use this one that I know I like that's like a thinner top to make my wing on the rest of my eyeball. Nope. Nope. And the MCO Beauty one that's got the stamp on one side and it's got the liner on the other side. And that liner tip is so thick that it makes it so hard to do anything with. We'll see if I can finish that off before going and purchasing another liquid liner. I've got 2 more mascaras. These ones are both minis. One is the Benefit Bad Gal Bounce Mascara. I did not like this mascara. It was dry, it was flaky, it was smudgy. It just did not work on my lashes. Like, it made them look fantastic for about an hour before it was flaking down onto my under eyes. This was also a weekly Wednesday project to get it used up. And I did. And the way I used it is I combined these two together. I don't think it's worth having a mascara in my collection that I have to work that hard to get it to perform and not flake or smudge off of my lashes, when I have so many others that I enjoy that I do not have to do that with, that I can get similar effects with even. That one, used it up, forced myself to find a way that I could use it up instead of just decluttering it, and it's gone. This one, I enjoyed this mascara. I just don't think it was a favorite mascara. It wasn't one that I was like, oh, this is gone. I need to get this back in my collection. It's the Lancome Hypnose Drama mascara, the one with the S wand. And my biggest complaint with this mascara, honestly, is the shape of the wand. I felt like it made it a little bit harder to coat my lashes without getting it everywhere, but I didn't hate the mascara. I felt like it was a decent mascara. It worked well. The Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. I loved this when I first got it on all of my wands from her, from the Charlotte Tilbury line. Do you notice something missing from the end there? Every single wand is missing its little foofball thing. And so I would just have to like squeeze it out onto my hand and then dip into it with my finger and apply it with my finger. And like, it worked fine. But like towards the end of this product, it just got to the point where I was like, this is such a chore to use. I just want it gone. And so I did. I got it gone. I will not be repurchasing this just because the fact that the floofball applicator thingy came off has turned me off of even purchasing from other companies that have them on them, because I just don't want to deal with it. So I won't even purchase from other companies that have that type of applicator. Then the last 2 products, I'm going to do these together because it's the same brand, and they are both Pat McGrath. And it is the foundation and concealer, but I did get both of these finished. I actually broke the top of this off trying to get literally every drop out of this because I loved this foundation. I will say I do think it was like technically expired. I do feel like the color of it changed a little bit because I feel like when I first got it, the foundation or the color match was a lot better than it was towards the end. I feel like towards the end, it was leaning a lot more yellow versus neutral cool. Same with the concealer. And the concealer, my doe foot broke off like a couple of weeks before I finished it off. And so it actually took me longer to finish it off than it would have if it hadn't have broken off. Like, some people would be like, oh my gosh, that means it's so not good. I'm like, no, you got to realize I bought this concealer as the world was shutting down, or right before the world shut down, 2020. Might have even been end of 2019. And so I've had these for a long time, which is why I was trying to finish them. So the fact that doe foot only just broke off like maybe a month ago, and I had them for probably close to 6 years. With me finishing this, it meant that I had finished one of my bingo items for the year, which was to finish off 2 of my foundations. I probably will repurchase these at some point in the future. I just have a lot of foundations I need to get through. I'm gonna be like slowly working on getting those out of my collection before repurchasing any of my old favorites. I do know that this was a favorite, so I will repurchase it in the future. That's it. That's a wrap. That is all of my empties for Q3. If you have tried and finished any of these products that I mentioned in this video, let me know what you thought of them down below. Also, let me know if you want me to do a video on my empties wish list for Q4. So the products that I hope I finish over the next 3 months, because I think that's really fun too, to like sit down and really look at your products and look at like how much you think you have left in a product. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't, and we will talk to you all in the next one. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, and amazing day, just like you are. Bye!